Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Where are we going?
Home to fight the Injuns.
What Injuns?
The ones that are on the warpath. They're trying to grab our land. Hurry, Ellie, fetch the rest of the guns.
Now, hold on. What's this all about?
Ain't got time to tell you. They got Cousin Pearl.
Pearl?
It was her who telephoned. Said the Injuns was trying to grab our land. Then all of a sudden, everything went dead.
She got cut off.
Yeah, right at her scalp.
Indians ain't kicked up a fuss in our neck of the woods for 100 years.
They've been laying back trying to catch us off guard. And while we're standing here gabbing, they're torturing poor Pearl.
What'd you say about Ma?
I can't tell you. It's not for your young, tender ears. Jed, they probably got her tied on an anthill, dragging her behind a wild pony, burning her at the stake.
Here's Russell's guns. Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta save Ma. Hold it.
Well, pull it back, Paul. Granny says the engines will be out to Ohio.
Let's get going.
Now, we ain't going no place except in the house to call Pearl. Now, come on, all of you.
Jed, you're playing right into the hands of them red savages. The whole city, the bug tussle will be in flames. All 5 buildings will be burning. Them redskins will be hoping.
Granny, I just don't believe there is any engine trouble.
That's what General Custer said.
Out of the way.
Oh, Chief, Mr. Brewster just phoned from the Clampett oil fields and said...
They brought in another gusher. Oh, good old Brewster. Just tell him to keep those Clampett millions rolling in.
Well, that's not quite it, Chief. It seems there's an Indian reservation which adjoins the Clampett oil land.
They brought in a gusher there. Send a message to my Red brothers. Tell them Milburn Drysdale, their friend, speak with straight tongue. Tell them send old black wampum my bank. We put him in solid steel teepee, keep money safe for noble red brother.
Chief, please hear me out. There has been a boundary dispute, and the Indians are claiming part of the Clampett oil land.
Why, those dirty, thieving savages. Get Brewster on the phone. Tell him to call out the cavalry. This uprising must be put down.
There has been no uprising. It is a minor boundary dispute.
Anything involving the Clampett money is not minor. Now, I want the pony soldiers sent in there with their thundersticks.
Chief, really? If you will just listen to me for one moment. Mr. Brewster feels the entire matter can be taken care of very nicely by a conference between Mr. Clampett and the chief of the Crowfeet.
Never. I know Jed Clampett. Why, he'd give the Indians his whole oil field and his money to boot.
Now, Chief,
Didn't he try to give it to those college kids? And for no reason. Just because they were starving.
Well, I'm afraid it is too late to prevent the meeting. Chief Running Wolf and his son are on their way out, and I told Mr. Brewster I would meet them at the airport.
Traitor. Turncoat.
Reasonable.
Oh, all right. Meet them at the airport as you agreed. But don't bring them to the Clampett. You bring them here, and I will do the negotiating.
But Mr. Brewster said he...
You bring Indian here for powwow. Or you and me have powwow. I pow, and you ow.
Hey, I'm operator Luke Short's General Store. It sits right at the crossroads just south of Possum Ridge. Well, you know where Jake and Dora Fetty's place lays. You don't. Well, I'd say it's about midway twixt Stumptown and Sibley. Nearest city? Oh, well, that'd be Bug Tussle.
We're wasting time. Folks is being scalped and slaughtered. Our own kinfolks, their homes being burnt to the ground.
Granny, these terms is getting awful heavy.
Put them back in the truck like I told you. The Redskins have probably burnt the crops back home.
Bring them turnips back here and Ella May put the guns away.
Jed, you don't know them Injuns like I do. My grandpappy fought 'em. He told me.
Hello, Luke. Yeah, Jed Clampett speaking. Well, listen, Luke, Granny is worried that folks is getting scalped there. Would you talk to her?
I didn't say you was overcharging anybody, you old nut.
Granny meant Indian scalp. She got the notion the crow feet's on the warpath and grabbed Cousin Pearl. We couldn't get no answer at her house. Oh. Luke says that Pearl was in there now 10 minutes ago.
Was she missing any hair?
Says he couldn't tell. She was wearing a hat.
She could have been scalped to the bone.
Granny, she'd have said something.
Not Pearl. She was never one to bother other folks with her trouble.
Luke, that's all we wanted. You ain't seen no Indians, huh? Well, thanks a heap. Bye.
Jed, your ignorance of Injuns is gonna be the death of Luke Short. Of course he ain't seen no Injuns. He ain't gonna see 'em.
Hey, what should I do with the turnips?
He's gonna hear an owl hoot. Then he's gonna hear a whippoorwill call. And then... fiery arrow right into his pickle barrel.
And what should I do with the turnips?
Granny, if you want to call Luke and warn him, go right ahead. Now, give me them turnips.
Well, is we gonna go home and fight Indians, or ain't we?
I'm not. I don't want to hear no more about it.
There goes a good man, Jethro, but he's got one blind spot. Injuns. Hello. Oh, howdy, Mr. Brewster. Yeah, Pearl told us the Injuns were after our land. What? They're coming to Beverly Hills. Never mind, I ain't got no time to listen to no more. Goodbye. Come on, Jethro, we gotta spread the alarm. The Injuns are coming.
Why would they come out here?
Don't ask stupid questions. The whole city we gotta save.
Actually, this boundary dispute could have been settled by correspondence. But I thought Dad would enjoy seeing Los Angeles.
How about it, Chief Running Wolf? What do you think of our city?
Ugh. Oh, come on, Dad. He likes to put people on with that Indian talk. Actually, he's a graduate of Oxford.
How interesting. I really would like your opinion, Chief.
Well, frankly, I find the high incidence of hydrocarbon and monoxide pollutants in your thermally inverted atmosphere very detrimental to proper respiration.
Go back to Ugg.
Injuns is coming! Injuns are coming! Everybody up to the Clampett place! Get behind the wall! Take your young'uns and your livestock! Injun raid! The crow feeders on the warpath!
He's getting a lot of lookers, but no takers.
That same tenderfeet!
What's going on about their business?
Well, we can't let them get slaughtered on the streets. The Indians are coming! Get the cars in a circle! The Indians are coming! Get all the cars in a circle!
Mr. Drysdale looks after the Clampett business affairs, and he requested that I bring you by here first. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
Dad owns a few banks back home. He and Mr. Drysdale will have a lot to talk about.
Wonderful. Running Wolf and Little Fox are here. Right, Chief?
Chief?
Oh! That's what I call Mr. Drysdale. It's merely a term of respect. He's not... Chief, what in the name of Tonto are you doing?
Pale-faced woman, leave Chief with Red Brother.
But Chief...
Go! Take 'em coffee break. How? How? Red Brothers wear white man's clothes. Bad medicine. Want white man's oil land. Very bad medicine. Oil. Smell 'em up. Indian campground. Poison spring. Fake. Great spirit. Very angry. Listen to counsel of true tongue. Go home. Where the buffalo roam. And deer and antelope play. There seldom is heard a discouraging word. And the skies are not cloudy all deaf. Indian, no listen to Brewster. White man speak with forked tongue. Indian speak straight tongue. Go home. Tell your people the great chief of West love Crowfeet tribe. Send them many presents. Cost them true tongue, plenty wampum. Beads for score. Tick, tick for brave. Look, magic fire stick. Beat 'em, Flint, huh? Indian make music sweeter than west wind in treetop. Forget oil land, take 'em gifts. True tongue, give red brothers the works.
Dad blame city people. They're gonna be slaughtered like a bunch of sheep. For 100 years, they're gonna be talking about the great Beverly Hills massacre. Ellie, I thought I told you to take the stuff up by the gate for a barricade. Where is it?
Well, Pa told me to put it away. Says there ain't gonna be no Injun fight.
See what I mean, Jethro? It's his one failing. Some men, it's whiskey. Others, it's women. With Jed, it's Injuns.
Don't worry, Ellie. Granny's got a scheme that'll fool them rascals when they goes to scalp us.
Granny, do you think it'll come to that?
You'll just have to face up to it, child. It's the four of us against the whole Crowfoot tribe. We can only hold them off so long. Then they'll rush us and go for our hair.
Oh, Granny.
Just play dead and let them have it.
Won't that smart?
Not a bit.
Granny, hey, that's mine.
Oh, yeah. This is mine. Take yours, Ellie.
Jethro, I want you to... What is all this?
Wigs to fool the Injuns when they goes to scalp us.
And Granny's got one for you, too.
Yeah. There you are. You think you're albino. Injuns are superstitious about them.
Granny, I just talked to Mr. Brewster. The Indians is coming out all right, but they're just coming to talk.
Talk.
Yeah, they got a reservation over to the Beverly Sunset Hotel, and I'm supposed to go over there and talk to him.
Did I tell you he had a blind spot? He's walking right into their reservation. Well, at least he ain't going empty-handed. Ellie, fetch their guns.
Granny, we ain't going to fight. We're going to talk.
Did you ever see a John Wayne movie? It's an Injun trap. Why, they'll peel your head like an onion.
I ain't taking their word for it. Mr. Brewster had said it.
Sure he said it. They was probably holding burning coals at his feet.
Here you go.
All right, we'll take the guns.
And the wigs, too.
And the wigs, too.
Now, there's just one little favor Ellie and me would like to ask of you before you go.
What's that?
Shoot us! What? Don't leave us to the mercy of them red devils.
Grab on, boy.
Ain't we gonna shoot him?
Grab on, boy.
John Wayne would have shot us.
Is this what you wanted, Chief?
Ugh, ugh. Pale-faced woman, load up precious gift. Take red brothers to landing field of great iron bird with fire in tail. Fly back to reservation, happy.
You're taking this?
Tick, tick for brave.
Indian make music sweeter than west wind in treetop.
True tongue have love in heart.
True tongue have hole in head. I can't let you make a fool of yourself any longer. They've been putting you on.
It was a great performance, Mr. Drysdale. My people could take Indian lessons from.
Running Wolf was a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford, and Little Fox has his Ph.D. from Harvard. And as for being impressed by these trinkets, the Chief owns a string of banks.
Banks? So that's it. You're after the Clampett money, too.
Say, that reminds me, Dad. We're supposed to have a meeting with Mr. Clampett.
Miss Hathaway, could we impose upon you?
Oh, of course. My car's right out.
Never! You come near the Clampett place, and you'll be shot down like dogs!
I'm sorry. Actually, Mr. Drysdale's a very fine man. But he has one blind spot. Money. He just goes berserk.
Fortunately, we're meeting Mr. Clampett at our hotel.
Oh, good. I'll get you a cab.
Any sign of Injuns, Ellie?
No, ma'am, Granny. I ain't seen a thing, ain't heard nothing neither.
Oh, that's the worst sign there is. He'll be on us any minute.
Miss Jane's car just turned to the gate. She's made it to the fort.
I bet she ain't. He could be a redskin skulking behind every bush in the yard. Quick, step aside. I'll cover her. Oh, too late. They got her. There's an Injun at the wheel.
Oh, Granny.
This is for Miss Jane, you bloodthirsty buzzard.
Hit him, Granny?
I don't know if I hit me, but I sure got a mess of feathers.
Uncle Jed, maybe Granny was right. Maybe we is walking into an Injun trap.
Why'd you say that?
Well, the fella downstairs at the door made us give up our guns.
Did you see his uniform? Ain't no general gonna side with the Indians against us. Besides, Mr. Brewster says we just here for a confab. Just talk things over, make a deal.
Yeah, that really makes me suspicious.
Why?
Would he send a couple of simple-minded savages to deal with a sixth-grade graduate?
He might. Oh, here we are.
Well, I ain't taking no chances. I'm wearing my spare hair.
Fine, boy.
How do you do? Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Oh, wrong room, Uncle Jed. We was looking for a couple of ignorant Indians.
We might qualify. I'm Chief Running Wolf.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Jed Clampett, and this here is Jethro Bodine.
How, Red Brother?
Little Fox, Mr. Clampett is here, and he's brought along a friend of Chief True Tongue.
You about scared the daylights out of us poor defenseless women.
Well, I'm sorry, Granny. I had to warn you about the Indians.
Well, why'd you come up here dressed like one?
So he could slip through their lines, Ellie.
Yeah.
She ain't too smart when it comes to Injuns. Comes by it honest. Poor child.
Where's Miss Jane?
I'm afraid she's with the Indians.
Oh, no. Did they take her alive?
Alive? I...
Never mind. I can see it's something you'd rather not talk about.
Yeah. Where's Mr. Clampett?
That's something I'd rather not talk about.
Oh, Granny, him and
Jelly, we don't air our family failings in front of outsiders.
Well, Granny, wherever he is, tell him not to talk to those Indians.
My very own words.
Good, good. He shan't have nothing to do with those savages.
Mr. Drysdale, it looks like you and me is the only two people in Beverly Hills with any Injun savvy.
Yeah.
Let 'em attack. We'll show 'em.
Attack?
Mr. Drysdale, that Crowfoot tribe will be on us like a pack of wolves. Racing around the house on their war ponies, screeching their blood-curdling yells, flinging their lances and tommyhawks, shooting their burning arrows.
Good Granny, you expect a real Indian attack?
Mr. Drysdale, except for John Wayne, they ain't nobody knows Injuns like me. Raise after our land, and them varmints don't give up. If we don't fight 'em here, we'll have to go back home and fight 'em.
We'll fight him here.
Good.
I'll go telephone for help.
There ain't nobody that'll listen to you in this town. Listen, you can get hold of John Wayne.
Say, that's a good idea. I'll call the movie studio.
Here's the telephone.
Yeah.
You want
want John Wayne to help fight off an Indian attack? Milburn, are you calling from a bar or the funny farm?
I am calling from the Clampett mansion, where Granny says the Indians will ride up on their war ponies.
Milburn, I'm busy. Have some black coffee and call me back.
Larry, if Indian don't attack here, Clampetts go home fight Indian. Studio closed down, Chief Bald Eagle lose job.
I'm beginning to read your smoke signals. One Indian raid coming up.
Chief, I think we made a real good deal. Fair to both of us.
Yes, as my son, the attorney, would say, quid pro quo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak Crowfoot.
Well, so long, little fox. Sure has been nice dealing with you.
My pleasure, Jethro.
So long to you, too, Chief.
Au revoir.
Oh, the boy don't speak Crowfoot neither.
So long.
Goodbye.
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 Boy, Uncle Jed, I don't know how you made out with the chief, but I sure gave his son a skinning.
You did?
Yeah, I traded him my $40 wig for this.
Nice watch.
That ain't no watch. It's what you call a genuine engine tick-tick.
Can't understand it, Ellie. I ain't dropped a one of them red devils, and there must be better than 100 of them.
Well, we's running low on shells, Granny.
I hope Mr. Drysdale's doing better out back.
I thought you guys were stuntmen.
We are.
Well, make it look real. I took the buckshot out of Granny's shells, but you still gotta bite the dust.
What dust? That's cement.
Well, do something to make it look like an Indian raid. I could have hired jockeys to ride. Out front, out front!
I'm fine in the range, Ellie. I just dropped one. He's still bouncing.
Too late, Granny. We's out of shells.
If only John Wayne was here.
Mr. Drysdale's been hit.
Only a flesh wound in the heart.
Fetch my knife. I'll cut it out.
No, I can do it. Dirty red savages.
This is the bravest thing I ever seen.
I'm going out there and give myself up. Now, right away, and you'll be saved.
Oh, no, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, yes, it's me they really want.
You, when you've seen Ellie Mae, they might be ignorant, but they ain't blind. Now, Ellie, it's time for these.
Let me go out there. I'll trick them. I'll lure them away.
Are you dead set on that notion?
Yes?
There's one way you can lure them off.
What's that?
Come with me. Ellie Mae, get that stuff away from the door.
They won't believe I'm a woman.
If they run fast enough, they will open the door, Ellie. They'll shoot him. No, they won't. Besides, the way he sheds arrows, it won't matter.
Well, I'll go see if he makes it.
No, child. It's better if we never know.
Well, Granny, we's back safe and sound.
I told you it wasn't going to be no trouble with the engines.
Yeah, Uncle Jed was right. Look at that, Uncle Jed. Granny will do anything to keep from admitting she's wrong.
Yeah, she's a fine little woman, but she's got one blind spot.
Engines.
I beg your pardon. I understand you were looking for me. I'm John Wayne.
Where was you when I needed you, John?
Well, now it's time to say goodbye goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here?
This has been a Filmways presentation.